It is Monday, so the chances of Tesla changing the prices are pretty high. As a matter of fact, they did change prices. They actually raised them for the Model Y. Here, even though they just announced the prices at the unveiling, now they have changed them. I'll tell you about that. I'll tell you about some of the things that people are talking about on Twitter with Elon. All of this is coming up next.
Taking over the world, electrifying the world, E4 Electric!
Welcome to E4 Electric, your number one source of unbiased electric car news. If this is your first time here, welcome. All you have to do to stay up to date on this delicious electric vehicle scoop that I do every day, all you have to do is really smash that subscribe button so you don't miss anything moving forward, but most importantly, become a part of this community. All right, let's talk about the Model Y price change. As you know, during the unveiling that literally happened just very recently, they've announced all of the possible packages, all the possible pricing. Now there is no reservation list, as you know. The people can't just like put $1,000 down and be in a reservation list like they did with the Model 3. And this is the pricing, as you can see. But they can start configuring all but the standard range. So the long range, dual motor, and performance range, they can configure all of that right now. And I believe it's $2,500, so you can't do the standard range. However, the prices has already changed. As a matter of fact, they went up by $1,000. So let me bring up the actual chart right here. And that's what we're pretty much talking about, right? So let me bring up full screen. Yeah, so basically just another $1,000 to each of those pricing. And Elon had kind of warned us that he was going to do, a few things over the weekend. One of them was, let me start with this one, actually. He said that the Tesla inventory prices are going to go up by 3% on April 1st. This is just to match the price increase, which was really just a rollback of a decrease that they had to keep, in order to keep half of their stores open. You probably know that. If you don't, there's like 1,000 videos that I've already made about that because they change prices so often. So he tweeted that, and that's all right. I mean, that's pretty much perfectly understandable. And every time, inventory is not something that people kind of, the inventory prices are negotiated a lot of times right at the time of the purchase. It's a market price and all of that stuff. So I don't really have a problem. I don't think anybody has a problem upping or cutting down on prices for the inventory, as long as they kind of warn everybody up front. And even if they don't, I think the inventory is not just that big of a deal. What is a big deal is cutting down on prices or raising prices, because when people do buy a new car, they expect that car to maintain a certain resale value. They expect the relative consistency and sort of I guess consistently. I'm not sure if I'm even looking for safety. I would say safety in their investment, right? And I know it's not an investment that goes up, but still the residual value is something that's important to a lot of people. So this is okay, but people start calling him out once again that there are a lot of price changes, and Elon tweeted this out, and this is a little controversial, I think, because he got some slack about that. Before I show that quick, let me quickly remind you, this is Monday, I can't even talk. I had a good weekend if I can't really put the two words together easily. So let me remind you that this video and this channel is sponsored by Accelerate Auto, the extended third-party warranty for all electric cars, including Tesla Model 3, up to 125,000 mile coverage, only $100 deductible. And for you guys, my audience, they've also issued a discount code for $100 to check it out, depending on which state you're in. Click on the link in the description of this video, and off you go, get your quote, and hopefully get your warranty as well. All right, so let's talk about the tweet that Elon put out there yesterday, which I think is well, you judge for yourself. He basically said every car company is constantly changing prices, but nobody cares. Yeah, so not true, Elon, once again. So there are a couple of things. One is, Tesla, per your own design, Elon, right, is a different type of a company than all others, right? Because it's a direct sales, it's better everything, and it's just different. It's a better way to do business, which I agree, by the way. And you've been talking, how dealerships are on the way of progress of selling. And again, agreed, nobody likes dealerships. So if you're saying you're a different company, then you can't really compare yourself to all of the other companies you've been pooping on all of this time. Now, so when you say prices are changing, price MSRPs don't change. I mean, they are usually pretty steady, and they're pretty major ahead of time announcements when that changes. Now, what changes you probably meant to say is the prices at the dealerships. And yes, there are different deals up and down. Uh, and that's fair, but again, you're selling directly to consumers, so you control the price, where the other manufacturers don't really control the price except for whatever the invoice pricing are. And so therefore you can really compare that. Also, I don't know of any dealership or manufacturer that would, sell a car to a consumer and then drop the price by $10,000 the next day. Um, as far as the MSRP is concerned. And on top of that, obviously, the whole full self-driving thing, don't even get me started. But now, somebody is, and people have consistently have been pointing this out to Elon, something that Elon said in 2016. As a matter of fact, when I prepare for the show, there are a bunch of images and videos that you can see that's running here that I prepare and pull in from different parts of the internet and media kits. But there's some that I kind of keep in a folder that I know I will reuse this images, and it's Elon Musk picture, the 420 tweet picture, the SEC logo, right? Well, this next slide is actually just went into that folder because I feel I'm going to be using this a lot. And this is a letter that I believe Elon wrote to his own employees in 2016, and he said that the acid test is that if you can explain to a customer who paid full price why another customer didn't without being embarrassed when it is not right. We either win in a way that is fair and right, or we lose with our honor intact and accept the consequences. Gee, Elon, that is a very strong statement that you just completely reversed yourself on, because that's. Can somebody read this back to him? Because, and I believe somebody did on Twitter, and that's why he actually reversed the full self-driving feature, right? I think that was the tweet. But still, with all of these price changes, it's just insane. Now, a lot of people can argue that, listen, Model Y is not going to be out there for a while. So all this price changes doesn't really matter. We just need to look at the price that people reserved it at right now, which will stay the same, and the price that will be there whenever people can buy it again. And everybody, I think, can, I don't know if $2,500 order thing is refundable or not. That we should probably look into that. Let me know in a comment section, because I'm not sure. If it is not refundable, that kind of sucks that at some point the Model Y price goes down before they're actually made. But all right, we'll make a video about that when that happens, right? And by the way, just in case if you guys didn't know, then the price of the Model S, base price of the Model S, essentially went up. It was $79,000, and then they cut out the standard range, which they just introduced a few weeks ago, and now it goes to like the next one up, which is $85,000. So the base price for the Model S has gone up as well. So that's all within 1 week. Now let's quickly talk about positives and negatives. Now, I keep forgetting I made this thingy, and I forget about it. Anyway, so the positive thing is that I don't even have a positive about this. This is I don't know if there's a positive. So I'm just gonna go ahead and switch graphics right now. Yeah, I mean, I think it's all negative, to be honest with you. I think they need to stop changing prices. They need to settle down. It looks like they don't know what they're doing, how they're marketing, how they're pricing the cars. Makes the company look unstable. Makes investors weird. Like, I'm right now, even though I have an e-tron on reservation, I'm starting to think is maybe I should just wait and get another Tesla, but I can't get another Tesla right now because simply I can't play this lottery with them. So my only choices are either getting a e-tron in a few months or getting a used Tesla, because those prices are settled down, and just drive that for about a year and see what's next there. But that just makes people like me and many other people don't want to buy a new Tesla, because it's just crazy. Things just change so often. And of course, the fact that just prices went up, it's not good for anybody. I mean, that's obviously negative. But let me know what you guys think. Do you think this is normal? Do you think this is not normal? Obviously, we've discussed this before, but in the light of this, I'm kind of looking forward to what you have to say about this one. And before we go, of course, I want to give a quick shout out to Kirivan Ayam. Thank you so much for becoming a Patreon. That's the only place where you guys can watch me live. support the show, contribute, and of course, without you guys, this journey would have been much, much tougher. I'm a full-time YouTuber. This is my full-time job. So thank you so much for contributing. If you guys want to join my Patreon community, just go ahead and boom, actually perfect timing. Patreon.com/E4Electric, but you don't have to type it in. You can go in the description of this video, grab that URL, click on it, and become a part of that community. Thank you for all of my Patreons for supporting me for a while now. So thank you. I'm looking forward to your comments. Other than that, see you guys next time. And remember to stay charged.